All right, what's up guys? Today we're going to be smoking salmon. We're going to be using the pit barrel cooker because it's super simple to get delicious smoked salmon using it. It's one of my favorite things to do on the pit barrel cooker. Let's get to the salmon. So here I have a nice wild caught salmon. When you go to the store, sometimes you can find wild caught or you're going to have to get a farm raised salmon. If you have the option between the two, highly suggest getting a wild caught salmon. For me, the texture and flavor is just much better than a farm raised salmon. With the farm raised salmon, you're going to get a lot bigger of a piece. So there is that. If you're looking to feed a bunch more people, maybe the farm raised is the way that you should go. So another thing you're going to need is a wood plank. These wood planks are mainly used for cooking on a gas grill to give you that smoky flavor when you're cooking fish. So I'm going to be using apple wood chunks in the pit barrel cooker to get that smoky flavor on the salmon. I've tried with and without a plank cooking salmon on the pit barrel smoker. Using the wood plank adds more wood flavor, so we're going to go ahead and use that for this. Now when you're using one of these wood planks, you're going to want to soak it in water for at least 2 hours. This is more important on a gas grill because a gas grill is such a hot direct heat, it can light this board on fire. When using the pit barrel cooker, the heat source is further away and it's not as hot, so you have less of a chance of lighting this on fire, but go ahead and soak this for at least 2 hours. Now for the salmon, I'm going to be making a nice marinade sauce to go on it, almost like a glaze. So let's get right to making that. Let's make this marinade. I'm going to start off with some soy sauce, maybe about 1/4 cup. Tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm gonna want 2 tablespoons of honey, teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice, probably a teaspoon of black pepper, a little bit of garlic, and a couple teaspoons of chopped up ginger. Now we're gonna go ahead and just give this a mix. You wanna kind of just break up that honey. You could also put this over a little heat for some time, make everything incorporate nicely. I think we'll be fine without it. You want all that honey to try and make this a kind of a glaze on there. All right, let's get our salmon back. Go ahead and take some of that marinade, just brush it on here. Make sure you get a bunch of those garlic and ginger pieces on there. All right, now you can let this sit and marinate for half an hour to an hour or so, or you can go right on the cooker, whatever you want. We're gonna take this piece of salmon and get it onto our wood plank. Now, let's get this on the smoker. All right, let's get the salmon on. Got a lot of nice smoke coming out of here. We're just gonna go ahead and throw this right down, just like that. All right, so we got the salmon on the pit barrel cooker. This thing's probably gonna take about 30 minutes. Now, after about 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna check on it. I'll probably brush on a little more of that marinade. Now, once you get done brushing with that marinade, what I would do, go ahead and take that marinade, put it in a pot, bring it up to a boil, let it simmer for a little bit to get thicker. Once it thickens up, take it off, let it cool down. When the salmon's done, go ahead and put a little bit more of that marinade that you've now thickened up into a nice glaze. It'll be a phenomenal extra on top of this salmon. All right, so I'll probably see you in about 10 or 15 minutes when I check on that salmon. All right, it's been 15 minutes. Let's check this salmon. It's looking pretty good. What we're looking for. Just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of this marinade on. I think we got about 15 more minutes on this. I'll see you then. All right, so I let that salmon cook on the pit barrel cooker for a total of 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, it was exactly where I wanted it. You can get a fork or a probe and start seeing how tender that meat is to figure out when you want to pull it off. So let's take a look at the salmon. All right, so first things first, this thing smells fantastic. It's got a really nice sweet aroma to it. A lot of smoky smell that you can get probably from this plank that it's sitting on. So it looks pretty good, but let's get this thing plated and make it look real nice. All right, so get a nice plate and we'll put the salmon down. Now, like I said before, you can heat up that marinade we made, let it thicken up for a glaze. That's exactly what I did. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rub some more of this beautiful marinade that we've now turned into a thick glaze onto here. Beautiful, just like that. So I didn't add any salt to this. The reason is because I like to use this rice seasoning. It's great for finishing look, but there's salt in here, so I didn't want to add any extra salt to the marinade or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle some of this rice seasoning on. You can't find this at the store, you can get it on Amazon. It's got sesame seeds and seaweed in there for look. Put a good amount of this on there. Now I want to finish this off with a little bit of green onion. And that is it. Beautiful looking piece of salmon right there. All right, so let's give this a try. All right guys, so it's time to give this salmon a try. See how nice and flaky that is. Comes right apart. That's how I like it. So I'm a huge fan of the crusty end parts, so I'm gonna give those a try. Wow, it's better than I expected. It's my first time trying this marinade out, and I'm a big fan of it. I highly suggest doing it this way. It just adds all those extra layers of flavor on there. It's so good. That marinade gets nice and sticky. It's got a really sweet flavor. So I highly suggest smoking yourself a salmon on the pit barrel cooker. It's super simple, 40 minutes, and you have a delicious piece of fish that everyone's gonna love. My favorite thing to do with this is whatever you have left over, if you have leftovers, this will probably go pretty quick. But if you end up eating, say, half this, take the other half, turn it into little fish tips. Absolutely phenomenal. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos. Check me out on Instagram at SmokestackJoes. Always got good stuff on there. I'm usually taking pictures of the preview of the upcoming episodes I got going on. Once again, thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.